It's now time to get into some book news. And the first piece of news that we have, there's going to be a brand new Dr. Seuss book coming out next year. It's an original manuscript and cover sketch by Theodore Geisel, better known as Dr. Seuss, and which will be published on June 2nd, 2026 by Random House Children's Book. The book is called Sing the 50 United States. This is the very first full manuscript written by Dr. Seuss to be discovered since 2015. What pet should I get? The manuscript was found earlier this year among archival materials preserved at the Geisel Library at UC San Diego. Do you follow a lot of the Dr. Seuss books? I feel like I didn't, because I grew up Colombian, I didn't really get into it that much because I wasn't into my whole world, I guess. But seeing my little cousins grow up here, that was a really big deal for them.
Yeah, I would say Dr. Seuss is one of those kind of pretty formative things for American kids. And I remember dressing up as Cat in the Hat a lot when I was a kid because I guess I liked his chaotic energy.
I can see that.
Okay, for our next story this week, we talked about Barnes & Noble last week, and now Esquire has named their top reads of 2025. There's a full list on their website, but I'll talk through just a couple of them. We have Fonseca by Jessica Francis Kane, and it follows a woman's journey to Mexico in search of inheritance that could have changed her family's fortunes. We have A Guardian and a Thief by Megha Majumdar, set in a near future in Kolkata, India, where climate change has decimated the food supply. It's about a mother and a young thief whose survival instincts set them against each other. And then we have a book that I read and destroyed me and gave me nightmares in the absolute best way, The Dream Hotel by Layla Lalami. A museum archivist is basically abducted by federal agents and taken to a detention center for observation after an algorithm predicts she will murder her husband in the near future. We follow her as she is waiting out her detention period. It is terrifying. This is a very different list than Barnes & Noble.
Very, very different. I'm always really curious how a lot of these publications are well, we're going to do something different and you can't tell us what to do. I don't know. I wonder how they do they have spies telling them which books are going to be selected by each other, and then they try to explore other themes. Or
they're
really
using an algorithm of because Esquire is kind of a men's magazine, right? So maybe they're
yeah.
Okay, here's some books that men. Interesting that they're all written by women. All of the books too.
Yeah, I think the ones that we highlighted to you here. There's a little bit of a longer list in Esquire. In some other really positive news, Books A Million is bouncing back. I didn't realize how in the brink of bankruptcy they were earlier. I don't know, 10 or 15 years ago. It was so bad that it was bought back by the Anderson family in 2015 for only $21 million. That doesn't seem like a lot of money, honestly, for such a large bookstore chain organization. But with sales are being up year over year, which is really exciting to see. They have opened 50 new locations this year, bringing out their total locations to 220 stores across 32 states. They are investing and continuing to invest in their stores, remodeling them, bring them coffee shops, and also investing quite a bit in community events. This is now a really big driver for a lot of their bookstores now. And one of their largest events that they held was in Philadelphia, where they had over 20 authors present and they sold over 2,000 tickets for people attending. So way to go, book community. This is really amazing to hear.
And then last, we have casting news for the Anxious People adaptation. Fredrik Backman's Anxious People is being adapted by Mark Forster. I think we've talked about this before. He also directed Backman's adaptation of A Man Called Otto, based on the book A Man Called Ove. New casting news has been revealed, with Angelina Jolie set to star alongside Amy Lou Wood, Jason Segel, Carol Kane, Stephanie Allen, Lenny James, and Baby Reindeer's Jessica Gunning. Bachman's story is a dramedy about a failed bank robber who takes a group of people hostage during an open house. As they spend more time together, the group begins to reveal more about their lives. It sort of reminds me a little bit of Bel Canto, which I've talked about before, by Anne Patchett. I'm sure tonally it'll be very different, but that's also a story where hostages and hostage takers build a relationship. So that should be really interesting. There's no confirmed release date yet, but I do think this is going to be amazing based upon that all-star cast.
I need to start reading some of his books. I recently bought Fredrik Backman's My Friends or All My Friends, something like that. I think
My
it just
Friend.
came out this year, and I've heard fantastic things about this book. I just haven't read them yet. I don't know why, and I need to get into that train.
Do you ever have this where you're like, I have no reason for this, but I have a bias about this writer? Like, I don't know why. I don't know why. It's based on nothing. I think it's because, like, oh no, I'm going to get in so much trouble. I think it's because I don't like Tom Hanks, and Tom Hanks, like, really loves this author. And so I'm just like, no, it's not for me. I can tell.
That is a very unpopular opinion
I
for
know.
America's sweetheart.
I know. I don't think he is America's sweetheart. I bet he's a demon. I mean that. But yeah, I don't know. I have high hopes. Maybe you read one and you tell me what you think. I trust your opinion.
Okay, I will do it. Somebody that we really trust too, Andrea from Lark and Owl, she highly recommended that book. She said that it was one of her best reads this year.
I do trust her as well. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So I'm like, okay, I need to get into that bandwagon and see what it's all about.
I'll set my Tom Hanks bias aside.
I love that you mentioned that it's like your bias is because somebody else likes him. So you're just like, I hate him. That's funny.
I don't hate him. I should be clear. I don't hate him. Just don't come for me about my Tom Hanks hate, and I'll keep an open mind. I'm trying.
We all have unpopular opinions. It is what it is. I'm still processing the news, but it's okay. I think I'll survive.
All right, and I think that's all we have for book news.